Hi guys, welcome to Chatty Cathy Short Spats. I appreciate you coming to listen. So Chatty Cathy Short Spats, I speak my mind so you can open up yours. Just things that I think about. I tell my friends and they said, "Oh, you should probably tell other people that." So I just started Chatty Cathy Short Spats. Thank you so much for loving, liking, subscribing. Thank you so much for commenting below. I appreciate you. Today's Chatty Cathy Short Spats. Do you think that there's a common denominator that builds anger, fear, stress, anxiety, privilege, and ego? Something that everybody in this world has in common. Some things that give us panic, uncertainty, spontaneity, crazy way in the way people act, okay? The things that we do, the things that they do, the things that they regret later on, okay? Especially if you get pumped up at a riot. Yes, there's usually drugs. Yes, there's alcohol. Yes, there's hormones involved. There's a lot of peer pressure involved. There's a lot of adrenaline involved. Okay. There's a lot of belief involved. Okay. But there's one thing that actually connects us all. And I'm not talking about our energies because, yes, we're all connected with energies. So, one thing that one person does actually affects a lot of people, whether you think about it or not. Even if you're not even in the same country, it still affects us because we're all one as far as energy, okay? One thing that connects us all on this earth is our input. It's what we eat and what we drink, what we absorb, and that energy that's around us, okay? This is what we have in common. This is the common denominator, the food that we eat. And we just don't know what it does to our bodies, except it makes our butts bigger. It makes us go to the doctors more often and have more medical problems. Yes, people, including doctors and nutritionists, just don't know because that's not what we were taught. And big food companies want to feed a lot of people. I understand that. But now they know that there's stuff in that food that's actually making people sick. And they can't say that they don't know. But what are they changing? Okay. That's why I'm here. I wanted to be healthy. I started learning things. And I'm like, holy shit, if I don't know that, maybe this person doesn't know that. Okay. And if we just change a little bit, change our diets just a little bit, just a smidge, get your microbiome balanced, right? Hug your microbiome. Okay. Don't rely on sugar and carbohydrates for your fuel because it works a little bit, but then it decreases really quickly, right? Basically, junk food as our source of fuel, we would be calmer. We would sleep better. We would have better attitudes, okay? Our stress hormones would decrease. We would be happier. We would be healthier. And most everybody would get along. And we wouldn't go with the masses, right? Some of our anger and fear and stress would decrease, all by changing just a few little things, okay? And this is one of the things that I teach in my pre-prevention and anti-aging podcast. Yes, a lot of it's broken up and I will be going through them again, okay? But as I learned, that's what I taught. And that's what I did for myself. And I'm becoming a lot more healthier because of it. So yes, I have to tell you guys, I have to show you guys. That way at least you know. You can't say you don't know. And you can look it up yourself, okay? Because this is what I believe. And excuse my English. It's what's in the fucking food that is the cheapest to buy, that is the easiest to access, and that what most people are eating every single day at every meal. Don't most people eat the same thing all the time? Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, right? The same stuff every week, pretty much. Pork chops on Wednesday. No meat on certain Fridays, right? It's what you're feeding your second brain and your third brain, okay? First brain, second brain, third brain. Or first brain, second brain, third brain. This is the third one though, okay? You feed your microbiome things that it shouldn't have, it's going to crave it more, okay? Then your third brain's going to believe it and it's going to be all messed up and fogged up from the stuff that's staying in your body that's being stored. You constipated? That's storage. You have kidney stones? That's storage. You have extra sub-Q tissue? That is storage, okay? When you eat processed foods, and we're talking about most foods, then your microbiome, your first or second brain, your gut tells you what you need to eat. And those little bacteria crave the worst things that are for you, okay? And if you do eat them sometimes, just don't feel guilty about it. Absolutely. Have fluffy Cheetos every once in a while. I used to say, oh my gosh, I shouldn't eat those. It's not good for me. But now I'm like, I love these. Thank you so much for letting me have these. And I don't eat as much, okay? But once you get your microbiome set to the negative things or the things that aren't good for your nutrition and you know what they are, it's going to tell you what to eat. It's going to tell you how to feel. Okay? When you eat this stuff, usually you're happy and you're euphoric just for a little while, but then how do you feel afterwards? You're hungry, you're sad, depressed, you're anxious, you're feeling like you didn't have enough food and that you should eat again. That is what the food does to you. It's not nutrition. Yes, it's fuel, but it's not good fuel. Okay? Then your brain's going to step up and say, ooh, I need to eat more of that. Crave that crap. Spell it with a K. Crave that crap. This is what I teach. I'm here for you if you want to learn it, okay? Even though that humans are at the top of the food chain, the top of the survival chain, top of the most adaptive chain, we're stepping back. We blame other people. We don't take responsibility. And now it is definitely affecting our children in schools with their health and everything, okay? But I think that there are a lot more people on the other human side, on the side that I'm following now, the side that I'm finding out is actually here, right? The side with love, the side with positive thinking, and the side with kindness and ease, right? Okay. That's where we need to live. That's where we need to move this life forward to, okay? And one thing that will help calm and ease your mind and decrease your anger, decrease your anxiety, decrease your fears is actually to change your input. No sugary foods, there's natural sugar everywhere. No inflammatory foods, you actually do not need them for what they say. And the most inflammatory foods are what? Dairy and gluten. Those are the most inflammatory foods. The most acidic foods, animal proteins. Okay? You don't need all of that, okay? You don't need it as much as you actually eat it, okay? And yes, we can change the world to a happier, kinder place, okay? We are all going through some kind of negative drama, some kind of pain between your family, your friends, yourself, your job. You're sick of your job. You're actually sick. You're losing things. You're not getting what you want. You have a lot of anxiety, depression. You're not sleeping well. Those darn kids are just acting up. My husband is just, my wife is just, my neighbors are just, all these negative feelings. You know what? If you're feeling that way, that means you just need to change something that you're doing, even if it's just a thought, even if it's just that emotion, and make all those negative feelings about everything I just named, plus what you have, or whatever you're going to name below, whatever you can add on below, that'd be so awesome. You can change it, and then you can grow. And it's something that you can do every day. And even just by thinking about wanting to change it, you're already doing it, right? So don't be disrupted. Disrupt your own life. Do it yourself. We're all connected. If you talk about it, make sure it talks about it positive, okay? And you realize that other people actually feel the same way you do. You are not alone. You're never ever alone. There's so many people out there, okay? There's so many people out there that just want to join in and be a part of somebody, be a part of something, okay? Be a part of some group or some community. Well, we're here now. Love, learn, and take control. This is Chatty Cathy and Chatty Cathy Short Spats. I love you guys. See you next time. Bye.